Teachers, can we just be honest about March? If you've been in education for a while, you already know this month feels different. It's not usually a disaster month, it's not constant crisis, but guys, it's just full. There's rarely a real break built into it. Spring break isn't close enough to feel helpful yet, and there's no long weekend that gives you a reset. It's just week after week of responsibility continuing without a break. And while that's happening, everything layers. You're prepping for assessments while still teaching new content. You're sitting in data conversations that require explanation and plans. District initiatives are moving forward. Evaluations are happening. Parent communication increases because testing season makes everyone so much more alert. Students feel the long stretch too. So, guess what? Behavior shifts. None of that is imaginary. Oh my gosh, it's real. Real for you and real for me. But when all of that stacks at once, your pace changes. You start moving faster. You answer quickly. You think ahead constantly. You tighten without even realizing you've tightened. No one may have told you to hurry. But goodness, it feels like you need to. You're listening to Teaching Without Losing Yourself, the podcast. This is After the Bells Beyond the Box, a moment made just for teachers, even on the move. I'm Kim. After years in education and leadership, here's something I've seen over and over again. Teachers don't burn out because they can't handle the work. They burn out because they start matching the urgency of everything around them, and they never slow their internal pace back down. Today's focus is simple, but it matters, guys. You don't have to match the urgency in the room. Before we go any further, let me define something. I'm going to be talking about steady. And when I talk about steady this month, I don't mean slow. I don't mean passive, and I don't mean ignoring responsibilities. What I mean is controlled, controlled tone, controlled pace, controlled responses. It means you're choosing your speed instead of borrowing the room's. Because in March, the room can feel urgent. But if you're not careful, that urgency becomes your urgency. And controlled means you're handling what needs to be handled, but you're not absorbing all of the pressure at full intensity. Because make no mistake, guys, and I won't sugarcoat it, March is March, and it is intense. But we're talking about how you're going to be absorbing all that pressure or not absorbing all that pressure based on the control that you put on yourself for tone, pace, and responses. As both a teacher and a leader, let's name what makes this month heavy. Okay, so it's not the workload. Teachers can handle workload. You're hard workers. That's what we do. It's the competing expectations. Remember, administration is focused on growth and outcomes. I know that. I'm administration. The district wants clean data. They want you to do all these extra things. Parents want reassurance. Is my child passing? Is he failing? Students need structure and support, even more so. They've all gotten used to each other. They're friends now. Your team needs collaboration, and no one is sitting in the middle, aligning all those expectations around your capacity. No one's managing that. You're the one translating between rooms. You shift your tone depending on who you're speaking to. You carry one conversation into another conversation. You hold context all day long. That kind of switching is work. It's mental, it's emotional, and oh my goodness, guys, it is constant. And when that stacks up without a break in sight, something so subtle happens. You don't fall apart. You've done this long enough. You don't do that. You just tighten. Your responses get shorter. Your patience gets thinner. You move from one thing to the next without fully landing in the moment you're in. You start living slightly ahead of your day. That's when you lose control of your pace. And that's what we're interrupting. In a long month, fatigue changes perception, okay? An email marked ASAP feels heavier in March than it would in October. A reminder about a deadline feels sharper. A student pushing back, oh my goodness, just feels so much more personal now. The volume in the room rises, and you feel your tone rising with it. There are absolutely true urgent situations in schools. We all know that safety, real time sensitive deadlines. That is part of the job. But not everything that feels urgent actually requires you to speed up. Sometimes it's just loud. And when you automatically increase your speed to match all that noise, you absorb that. You carry that into your next class, into your next conversation, and oh my goodness, into your evening. You can acknowledge responsibility, guys, without accelerating. You can pause, you can assess, and then respond from a controlled place. That space, even a breath, protects you. And here's something most teachers don't realize. So when you're tired, you move fast. It doesn't make sense, I know, but you do. You wake up already thinking about what's waiting. You're teaching one class while mentally preparing for a meeting later. You're answering a parent while thinking about assessment data. Your mind is slightly ahead of your body all day long. That forward lean feels productive. Here comes that word again. Remember last month? It feels responsible. But guys, it's exhausting. You answer emails in between classes instead of during planning. You replay conversations at night instead of letting them close. You mentally stack tomorrow on top of today before today has even ended. Let's think back. Controlled. That doesn't mean careless. It means staying in the responsibility in front of you without carrying all of them at once. It means finishing the class you're teaching before thinking about the meeting after school. It means responding during the time you've already set aside for responding. And yes, you and I should have a time to respond. It means allowing some things to wait until tomorrow if they truly can. You don't have to move as fast as all of your very tired thoughts. And I want you to know that students feel March too. It's kind of important for us to know that because it all works together, guys. They feel testing pressure. They know this is different. They know this is not how we do things. They feel that long stretch. They feel adult tension even when it isn't spoken. You don't have to say it, they know it. When adult energy speeds up, student energy follows. When adult tone tightens, the room tightens. Your control matters, not forced calm. That's not realistic. Not pretending nothing is happening. That's not realistic either. But controlled tone, controlled volume, controlled pace, holding your voice steady even when someone else's is rising. And guys, that includes the students. Don't get into that battle. Separating important from immediate, there's a difference. Responding without escalating. I want you to take a moment and think about your last full day of school. If you're listening to this on Monday morning, that could have been Friday, but whenever it was, where did you automatically speed up? Where did you feel yourself tighten? And where could you have stayed more controlled? Remember, we don't do this to fix you, for you to fix you. We do this to make you aware so that you can make tweaks and changes that relieves that pressure. We just want you to notice it, guys. This week, this first week in March, choose one moment each day to respond more slowly on purpose. When something feels urgent, ask yourself whether it truly requires speed or whether you can stay controlled. One moment a day is enough to begin shifting your pace. March is full. There are real expectations coming from multiple directions, all at you. You're the only one managing that. You manage that flow because there's no one else there to do it for you. None of that is imaginary. But you do not have to carry all of it at full intensity. You don't have to match the urgency in the room. I refuse to match the urgency in the room. You can stay controlled. And staying controlled protects your energy in a very long month. Teachers deserve better than living in constant reaction mode. Remember, we're not here to fix it. We're here to notice. And once you notice your pace, you can choose it. As always, we're doing this slowly, one layer at a time, together. Until next time, guys, give yourself the same care you give everyone else.